ever heard of a man who traveled 75,000 miles? Forget Marco Polo. This man out-traveled him by a landslide. A medieval traveler so legendary, even Google Maps would be confused. When we think of history's greatest travelers, Marco Polo hogs the spotlight. But what if I told you there was a man who did way more, met emperors, dodged pirates, and literally saw half the known world before the planes, trains, or Google Translate existed? Meet Ibn Battuta, the medieval traveler who packed his bags at 21 and just never stopped. His journey was so insane that if you tried to retrace his steps today, you would need multiple passports and probably a private jet. So how did he do it? And why did he never settle down? Let's find out. It all started in 1325. Ibn Battuta, a 21-year-old from Morocco, decided he wanted to visit Mecca for the Hajj pilgrimage. Simple enough, right? Just a quick religious trip in and out. Except that trip turned into a 30-year-long globe-trotting adventure that would make Indiana Jones jealous. He starts off on a donkey, then hops on a camel, and before you know it, he is crisscrossing North Africa. He gets robbed, classic medieval traveler experience, gets sick, survives, and then instead of turning back home like a reasonable person, he just keeps going. Why? Well, apparently he had a severe case of FOMO for the entire world. Over the next 3 decades, Ibn Battuta zigzags through the Middle East, Persia, India, China, and even parts of sub-Saharan Africa. That's 75,000 miles, basically 3 times around the earth, by foot and boat and camel. He becomes a judge in Delhi, gets hired by Sultan, gets stranded on a pirate-infested island. He even visits the Mongol Empire and chats with the rulers like it's a casual meetup. Oh, and when he finally reaches China, he is greeted with fireworks and a full VIP experience. Talk about the ultimate travel influencer, 14th century edition. Now, medieval travel wasn't all scenic view and cool Instagram moments. He almost gets executed in India. A storm wrecks his ship, leaving him stranded. He crosses the Sahara on a camel caravan for 2 whole months, and through all of this, he just keeps moving. Ibn Battuta wasn't just a tourist. He was a collector of stories, cultures, and near-death experiences. After 30 years on the road, he finally returns home to Morocco. And guess what? Nobody believes him. Not a single soul. So the Sultan orders him to write it all down, and that's how we got his famous travelogue, the Rahila. A book so packed with wild stories that if it were published today, it would probably be labeled fiction. So why does Ibn Battuta matter? Because he proved that curiosity, resilience, and a good pair of walking shoes can take you anywhere. He saw more of the medieval world than anyone else. Without GPS, without travel insurance, and certainly without Google reviews. And who knows, maybe in 700 years, people will be talking about your travel stories, but hopefully with fewer pirate encounters.